नमस्सर्वेभ्यः कक्षायां स्वागतम्। शुभोदयः इति पुल्लिङ्गपदमस्ति। शुभोदयः। शुभोदयं करिष्यामि, परन्तु एवमेव वक्तव्यं चेत् शुभोदयः इति साक्षात् शुभोदयः अस्तु इति कर्ता तु प्रथमा विभक्तौ भवति। अस्तु, प्रार्थनया प्रारम्भं कुर्मः। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारंभं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। हरिः ओम तत्सत्। अन्वयरचना इत्यस्मिन् षष्ठभागे स्मः, द्वितीय अध्याये अथवा पाठे इति वक्तुं शक्नुमः। किं लिखितमस्ति? प्रप्रथमं तु आङ्ग्लभाषायामेव लिखितमस्ति। तत् पठित्वा तदनन्तरम् उदाहरणं कथं तैः कृतमस्ति इति दृष्ट्वा अग्रे सरामः। In this section, we have for you selected verses from the Bhagavad Gita. अस्मिन् उपभागे अस्माभिः भगवद्गीतायाः श्लोकानां चयः कृतः अस्ति। The verses are taken from the first chapter of Gita. As it is not possible to include all the verses of this chapter in these 10 lessons, only a few shlokas have been extracted. In some places, the latter half of one shloka is combined with the former half of the next shloka, so that the Anvaya of the Vakya can continue. The blind Dhritarashtra wanted to see the happenings in the Mahabharata war. To fulfill his desire, Sanjaya was blessed by Vyasa with the divine vision that enabled him to see the happenings on the war field while sitting in the camp with Dhritarashtra. This is the story that forms the background for Bhagavad Gita. The armies of Kauravas and Pandavas are in array. That means they are arrayed on the battlefield. Arjuna wants to see the warriors in the enemy's army, I guess prior to the commencement of the actual war. Krishna stops the chariot between the two armies for Arjuna to take a good look at those whom he has to fight with. Those with whom he has to fight. Arjuna is terrified at the sight of his kith and kin there. Not terrified, mortified. I mean, even mortified is not proper. Maybe a better choice of words. I don't think he's terrified. Anyway,
Just worried.
Emotionally overcome. Yeah.
Yeah, worried.
Sir, depressed, sir.
Depressed, yeah. Depressed is the correct choice of word. His kith and kin there, and drops his bow, saying he would not fight. Therein begins the teaching of Krishna. Krishna elaborates on what is dharma and what is adharma and proceeds to explain many things to Arjuna. Yeah, terrified. Vishadha is overcome with shame that he has to kill these people. Yeah. We begin with the second shloka of the first chapter here. In reply to Dhritarashtra's query as to what did my sons and Pandu's sons do in the battlefield, Dharma Kshetre Kurukshetre, that one. Sanjaya says. So we are starting with some select verses. The first chapter of the entire Bhagavad Gita is a little bit more story-like. There is not like a lot of teachings embedded there, though towards the latter half that comes. But sometimes even in the way in which certain words are said, whether by Sanjaya or by Dhritarashtra, etc., or as quoted by Duryodhana and others, there are inferences for us to make, which the Vyakyakaras and all that have made. But Samskrita Bharati is at this moment not interested in such deep analysis of second and tertiary levels. Their interest is to learn Sanskritam through these beautiful verses, because it represents a Puritan form of Sanskritam from ancient times. So it's kind of amazing that actually we we can read exactly what was first scribbled down about these stories. Okay, more or less, few, as you know, through transcription from transcriber to transcriber, few suitable modifications have taken place because something may have been little illegible. Then the next transcriber used his own kavitva to fill in. These things have happened, and there are some insertions, deletions, etc. over time conveniently due to compulsions of individuals who are involved in that. But more or less, the underlying theme has clearly survived. And what many great editors have done is to actually bring into their single presence 30, 40 different transcripts from various regions and try to hew a uh, common uh, sublime from that, which they have published. And where they thought there are two recensions which are also both significant, they have tried to base themselves on one primary recession but mention the verses, extra verses in the other recession, because they felt that possibly they're quite authentic. Okay, so here we are listening to what Sanjaya is telling Dhritarashtra. So third person quote by Sanjaya. दृष्ट्वा तु पाण्डवानीकं व्यूढं दुर्योधनस्तदा आचार्यमुपसङ्गम्य राजा वचनमब्रवीत्. So दृष्ट्वा तु पाण्डवानीकं, there is a samasta savarna dirgha, पाण्डवानीकं, you cannot split it, because if you split it you have to do vigraha vakya. Vyudham Duryodhanaha tada. This is a pure word level sandhi. Duryodhanaha tada. So Duryodhanaha pratama vibhakti. So he must be the karta of this thing. Acharyam upasangamya. So some gunitakshara. Makara, ukara. So Acharyam upasangamya lyabanta. Lyabanta because of upasarga, upa itself, and some also. Okay, see how much is there. Upa upasarga, some upasarga, then gam dhatu and lyabanta. Only Sanskrit. Raja vachanam abravit, another gunakshara. So drishtva, having seen, tu you can, we need not bring tus and chas etc always into the equation. तो like we say ना, तभी तो, like that, I mean तभी तो, I mean वो तो का बहुत बड़ा मीनिंग नहीं होता है वैसा ही figure of speech type of thing. पांडवानाम आनीकम, the army of the Pandavas in the karma position. Okay, Pandavanan anikam. Vyudham is a visheshana to that anikam, or Pandavanikam's visheshana is Vyudham. Okay. Vyudham means arranged, organized, arrayed. Okay. Duryodhanaha karta, the fellow Duryodhana, tada, at that time. Okay. So at that time, okay, I mean, whenever the whole storyline has started, when Dhritarashtra has just asked Sanjaya, what is happening between these two armies? My putras and the others, like that. Okay, that's what he starts in the first verse. So having seen the so arranged army of the Pandavas, Duryodhana, what else has to come in the second part? Acharyam upasangamya. Acharyam, who is the Acharya of Duryodhana? Dronacharya. Dronacharya was actually the Acharya of both Pandavas and Kauravas. Is there a question? Okay, I'll mute everyone. So Dronacharya was the Acharya of both Kauravas and Pandavas, but since now they have kind of separated, his faith continues to be with the Kuru Vamsha, to which he was the Acharya. So he stays with Dhritarashtra, the king, and continues to support his progeny in the war. Reluctantly he might be, but yes. So Acharyam. So again Karma Pada. Acharyah, Pratama Vibhakti, Acharyam, Dronam in bracket. Dronam. Upasangamya, having approached him in that sense. Upasamgamya. So, having gone near him in a respectful, proper way. Okay. So, having done that, who again, Raja is actually Duryodhana's Visheshana only is put in the second half. Raja Duryodhanaha, you can take in together there. Vachanam abravit. Okay. We have to assume idam as part of the vachanam. Idam vachanam abravit, and whatever is that idam vachanam will come next. Okay. The quote from the mouth of Duryodhana is going to come ahead. But as far as what Sanjaya has said now, this verse is complete because the Kriyapada Abravit closes out the thing. Vachanam Abravit escapes this iti principle. This kind of technique, Vachanam Abravit, and then to say the actual Vachana is a way of shifting the quote into a new paragraph or a sentence. Okay? Or a series of sentences. So instead of stringing it all together with one iti, this kind of idam vachanam abravit and we complete, and idam is carried forward, its power is carried forward is the quote for the next one. Okay. Idam is not even needed, as you see here, there is no idam. Okay. So I think that meaning is clear. The sandhi breaks were clear. One visarga sandhi is there, duryodhanaha, and there is one samastapada. Okay. Pandavanam anikam is a shashti tatpurusha, we call it. Anikam must be Napumsaka only, but it's in Dvitiya here. Okay. And
Sir, is it Pandava Nam Anikam or is it Pandava Anikam? Like they've given him the Sandar.
Bagini. Is good question. Good doubt to have. Samasta padas, what happens is the Pratipadika only remains for the first half. Okay.
Yes,
Pandavanam Anikam is so called Vigrahavakya of Pandavanikam. Vigraha means breaking up. So Vigraha Vakya of Pandavas Sainya is Pandavana Manikam in Samskritam. The participant has set the caption language to English. Don't know why they do these things. Okay, you won't get any captions.
Sorry, it was by mistake. Sorry.
No problem, but nothing will happen because I don't think.
Yeah, sorry. It was by mistake.
Yeah. So some English sentences may appear in text to you. No problem. So Pandavanam Anikam is the Vigraha Vakya, but we just say Pandava Anikam as the Samasta. Like Maharaja. Okay. Raja is there, but Mahancha Asau Raja Maharaja. Actually, it's Maharaja. It changes to Akaranta Pullinga. Nakaranta Rajan Shabda. In the samasta changes to akaranta pullinga rajaha. So but you cannot use rajaha as a standalone thing, but you can use it as maharajaha. So that one is some type of samasa. Okay, it's a karmadharya samasa we call it. This one is tatpurusha, shashti tatpurusha samasa. Okay, so we saw this, break. Pandava Anikam Sandhi is there, Savarna Dirgha, but that is a Samasta Pada Sandhi, not a Padayor Madhye na Samaste Vidyamananam Pratipadikaanam Madhye Tatra Savarna Dirgha Sandhi asti. Atra tu Sakshat Padayor Madhye Visargasya Sakaraha Duryodhanastada iti. Duryodhana, on seeing the army of Pandavas in array, that means arranged so, approached his preceptor. Okay, nice word for Acharya, I guess. Drona, and spoke these words. See, this is not there, but they have put that here. So now we go to the Anvaya Rachana Apkrama, how we went about, what was happening in our heads. The Vakya Chakra, what I have drawn your attention to from my previous lessons through video links in the group, that thing has to happen here. Okay. So Kriyapadam, Abravit, Lang Lakara, Pratama Purusha, Ekavachana, somebody told, she, somebody told. Okay, in the past. Okay, so that is Abravit.
Maria, I have a doubt.
Uh-huh.
What is the difference between Vadati, Avadat also and Abravit also? I mean, both same or?
In this context, there is no difference
There is no
meaning. Yeah. Yeah.
meanings both.
Yeah, there are some places people use the bru dhatu, some places they use vad dhatu. Yeah.
Okay, okay,
Mhm.
okay.
Huh. Somehow I like this is more colorful, abravit rather than avadat. Anyway, so kriyapadam abravit. Prathama vibhakti shabdas are collected. Duryodhana and Raja. Okay, Rajan shabdasya pratama ekavachanam asti Raja iti. So Raja Duryodhana they go together. Dvitiya vachanam acharyam pandavanikam vyudam. Earlier itself we recognize vyudam is visheshana to pandavanikam and acharyam is distinctly standing alone, vachanam is standing alone. So this is called a kind of dvikarmaka prayoga. When the dhatu is something like this abravit type of form, two karmas, what he told and whom he told, both sit in karma position. And there is this concept of pradhana karma and gauna karma, like that. Shailaja Variya, what is your question?
Yeah, abravit. Its declension is different, no? It is it belongs to some other gana. It is not like apatat.
It is we have to check the dhatu pata to see whether it's a ubhayapadi, atmanepadi, all that. Right now, what we do know with respect to Mahabharata and Ramayana, we don't question the paditva. Both in Ramayana and Mahabharata, the Kavis have taken a lot of liberty to think almost all dhatus are ubhayapadi. Okay, you will notice this. We simply call it Arsha Prayoga and take it, but we don't start modifying Paninian grammar based on this. Okay, so
because we don't see the words like abravit no much.
No, it is there all over. It is there all over in this old literature, abravit.
Dhanyawad.
Now, whether that is Paninian in its full term or not, is it violating some Atmanepaditva? But it is a legal lung form if it was a Parasmaipadi Dhatu, like Agamat or something like that. Okay? Agachat, I guess. Okay. Where was I? I got lost. Yeah. Dvitiya. So Dvikarmaka. Yeah, that's where we were. So there are two karma padas. They are not actually Visheshana Visheshya. Vachanam cannot be Visheshana to Acharya or not the other way either. So clearly, there is only one Kriya Pada Abravit, but there are two different kind of qualities of Karma Pada. This definitely happens in this kind of tell, etc. like that. Okay. So, Acharyam as a person to whom the Vachana was addressed, and the Vachanam itself is the Karma Pada of the Abravit. Okay, so you can take that way.
Varya, I have one doubt. This Vachanam Abravit, instead of that, can it just be Abravit? Vachanam Abravit means what?
No. It cannot just be Abravit because it doesn't connect the next whatever will follow to this sentence. Idannu, Kannada is it? Are you Kannadiga?
No, Telugu.
Telugu. Okay, Kannada half.
No, but I can understand.
Idannu helidanu, hige helidanu, ippadi sonnar. Aisa bola. Aisa bola. Aisa is replaced. Vachanam is used by the Kavi in place of Aisa. Okay?
He said this.
Evam abravit could have been there. Aisa bola would have been evam abravit. That evam vachanam, idam vachanam, and he just put vachanam. Finished.
Okay.
Because it fit the meter nicely. So mentally we have to take it as vachanam idam abravit. Idam is important for us to connect to the next one. Okay. That's all Adhyahara we have to. That much we know. So, Dvitiya. Then Tvantam lyabantavyayam cha. So we saw one drishtva tvantam and we saw one lyabantam upasangamya. I already explained. There are two upasargas there. Okay. Then there are some avyayams tada at that time. Tada is relevant because at the time that the two armies were arranged, that already Dhritarashtra himself had mentioned to Sanjaya. So in the previous verse. Tu, like I said, you don't need to find any specific location for that. Okay. So in fact, let's see how they approach the two. The main verb here is abravit. The object karma padam of it is vachanam. Okay. Oh, okay. Sorry. Here upasangamya is there, lyabantavya. So acharyam is not connected. But sometimes you do use vacharyam, vachanam, abravit also happens. But since upasangamya is there, it takes away the need for acharyam to belong as a karma pada to abravit clearly. So that's what they have explained here. So acharyam, in fact, it's so co-located also. So acharyam upasangamya, having approached Drona, to Drona he told this vachanam is implicit. Pavitra Varye?
Yes, sir. I have a doubt. So here, Pandavanikam Vyudam. So Vyudam is the Viseshanam, no? It is like
Vyudham Pandavanikam. Yes.
Vyudam Pandavanikam. Correct.
Correct. That's what. Correct. No problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Arranged army of Pandavas.
Arranged. Correct.
That's what they say here, you see. Vyudham is the adjective to Pandavanikam. These two words are having Anvaya in the Kriya Drishtva. Because Vyudham Pandavanikam Drishtva. So Duryodhanaha Tada Tadatu. You can take Tadatu together. Duryodhanaha Tadatu Vyudham Pandavanikam Drishtva Acharyam brackets Dronam Upasangamya. Raja we could have taken earlier one. Okay. Vachanam and bracket idam abravit. Idam connects to the next one. That's how I would do it. Okay. All right. That's what they are nicely explaining. One step by step they are going. That's why this Anvaya Rachana section is nice. Where they're showing the, it is all nice to have printed books with everything done and like a rote child looking at it. Then our brain takes a lot more time to kind of gather what is happening by reading hundreds of examples like that. 101st example, you know what is going to emerge. That means you are let your brain infer how it has been doing. Here, what they have slightly simplified. Instead of you hurrying through hundreds of examples, take one or two or three or four nice examples and explain the process. After that, I mean, that means your accelerated learning is possible this way, okay, of how to do the Anvaya. That's why I told the Vakya Chakra business very early. It's important. Organized way in a sentence, has relationships between the Vibhakti, Namapadas and the Kriya. It's very important. And also to understand the distinction of the Shashti Vibhakti is very important. Okay. These two words are having Anvaya in the Kriya Drishtva. Vyudam Pandavanikam Drishtva. Okay, so they have sorted the Karma Padas nicely. No Dvikarmakatva is required here, nor should I have volunteered that without understanding the whole in Anvaya. But it's clear from Samskrita Bharati. So, missteps that we make become understood once we unravel the whole thing. Okay. Anvaya Rachana. So now they have stepped into having seen the various pieces, but little bit they have in this paragraph, some Anvaya has happened. You see, if you notice, this paragraph was actually leading to this. Okay. But the process, identify the Kriya Pada, identify the Vibhakti lists. Okay. Identify the participles, I guess. That is the word in English. Participles, which are this Tvanta, Lyabanta, Shatranta, etc. All those clausal verbs. Or sometimes you have to identify what you call connecting pairs, like yata, yada, tada, yatha, tatha, yaha, saha. These are also some kind of a clausal way of using Prathama Vibhakti words to connect two parts of two distinct sentences into a co-relationship. Okay, so those are all the things. And then avyayas, we have to, where they play a major role, we have to involve them correctly. For example, if there are a list of names, cha will go with at the end of that, etc. Tada will go at the very beginning to mean at that time. Tada is like a context connector in this sentence. Anvaya rachana, vyudham, standing in military array. Vyuhaha, the original word from which it has come is vyudham, vyuhaha. Okay, so Dvitiya vibhakti ekavachana. Anikam, army. I'll go to the next slide. Dvitiya vibhakti ekavachana. Upasangamya, having approached. They didn't show the breakup. I already talked about it. Upasangam lyabanta. So those are the components. Upa means near. Sam means in a proper way. And then gam means go, and go in this context. Upa and gam make it go near. Okay. Lyabanta, having done that completion of the act is indicated by the lyabanta, and that puts itself as a clausal verb position holder in the phrase. In a shloka, a poet enjoys the freedom of placing any word anywhere to suit the requirement of chandas and figures of speech like anuprasa, etc. So we sometime I have promised that I will need some time for it. So maybe next week I will talk about some of this little bit in using extra time. Okay, so that's why the Kavi moves them around. One is that he is forced for the sake of vrutta, chandas, etc. Another is actually he wants to bring this anuprasa, alankara. This is not forced on him. This one is his choice. Chandas is forced on him. Chandaha, actually. Chandaha is forced on him, but anuprasa is not forced on him. It is the decoration he is adding. Without those, what is kavya? So, the, sound, shabda alankaras, etc. are nice. To understand the meaning of it, we have to first arrange the words in prose order. That is what anvaya. Okay, anvaya means putting them in the proper order. By putting appropriate questions on verb, we can get the prose order. This is called, okay, this is also known as Anvayapadi, but this is called Akanksha Paddhati. Remember that. Akanksha means anticipation. Okay, so we ask questions to find answers and fill it. Literally, actually, Akanksha Paddhati, you can say, is a nice terminal representation of what thought process already went through in our head. Okay, it's not that in our head we are asking those questions and answering all in that kind of nice orderly way, but in a subtle way that is happening in our head, because we see, oh, Duryodhana Pratama, okay, oh, he's the Karta, what is his Karya? Oh, Abravit, oh, his Karya, oh, he told something, what he told Vachanam, whom he told, Acharya, like this, how he told by approaching him, okay, where, when, tada, why, because he saw the army so arranged, etc., etc. Okay, so that akanksha, one by one we go back. So usually our brain tries to look for the kriya pada and the karta, okay, and then organize the rest, because there are the two ends. As far as if you can break the circle of the vakya, there are two ends: namapada, which is in prathama, and the kriya pada. If for a kartari, for a karmani, it is slightly varying. Okay. So, abravit kriyapadam, kaha abravit duryodhanaha, kidrishaha duryodhanaha, raja, bring the visheshana to him. Kim abravit, vachanam abravit. See how they are going from primary sentence wheel. Okay, vachanam comes as the first karma pada because closest to abravit. Okay, vachanam abravit. Kim kritva abravit upasangamya, lyabantavya has been brought out as the clausal. Having done what he told, okay, upasangamya, kam upasangamya, whom did he approach? Acharyam. Punah kim kritva abravit drishtva, kim drishtva pandavanikam, kidrisham pandavanikam vyudam, kada abravit tada. Okay.
Mahodaya, sorry to interrupt. Pandava also becomes a Visheshanam for Anikam, because who is Anikam? No, it is not like that.
No. It is not Visheshana. It is the possessor of the Anikam. Identity of the Anikam. Pandavanam Anikam.
Okay. Okay, Mahodaya.
Yeah. Just Pandava is not the Anika, no? They are the possessors of the army, that army. Possessor
Whose
in the sense,
army?
yeah.
Whose army? Pandava's army.
Yeah,
So
but
that time,
that is asked if you are going to break the break the Samastapada. We are not attempting
oh,
to break the Samastapada, right, Bhagini?
okay. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, Mahodaya. Thank you.
So here we can say Pandavanikam ityukte kim ityukte Pandavanam anikam iti Pandavanikam Shashti tat Purushaha. That would be the Kovida level. Okay? Kada abravit tada. So now literally one, if you just go in this way, one kind of sentence emerges. Tada vyudam pandavanikam drishtva acharyam upasangamya. We can bring Duryodhanaha here actually. Duryodhanaha, because at least we have to bring the karta karma kriya in the last part. Duryodhanaha vachanam idam Raja Duryodhanaha vachanam abravit. See, we can literally go like that and get the Anvaya. Yes, Varya, was there a question in between?
No. Sorry, thanks.
The next shloka is also addressed to Dronacharya by Duryodhana. So I think they have finished explaining the first shloka. I think they have done a fantastic job of it and we have understood well. And they have sorted how the karma padas have to be taken to the clausal verb placeholders or the primary verb, like that. Even the Kavi has not done a lot of golmal, or actually in this case, Vyasa. He has kept more or less the karma padas associated with where they belong. Okay? He's not needed to. His Kavitva is good enough that he need not do that much of damage to the order. The next shloka is also addressed to Dronacharya by Duryodhana. That's what. Actually, is not correct. Actually, this is the word addressed to Dronacharya by Duryodhana. What the previous verse told was, he told this. That's all. What it was he told is not yet told. That is being told here. So I don't know the purpose of also here. Fine. Pashyaitam Panduputranam Acharya Mahatim Chamum Vyudham Drupadaputrena Tava Shishyena Dhimata. Is a little bit accusative of poor Drona. I already kind of got the meaning. That's why I'm telling what I'm telling. I'll tell you why it is accusative. Why he is kind of accusing Drona a little bit. So Pashyaitam Vriddhi Sandhi. Okay, A has gone to I in the presence of Akara. Pashya is Tvam Pashya Uttama Purusha Ekavachana. Okay, so Tvam Pashya. So that itself is literally the Kriyapada. It's right there in the beginning. Okay, Tvam Pashya. So Panduputranam Mahatim Chamum. Okay. He Acharya, again Sambodhana Pratama. Okay. He Acharya Pashya Etam Panduputranam Mahatim Chamum Pashya. So why this Etam is in Strilinga, not actually Etam Panduputranam. Okay. Etesham, no.
Etam
Etasam,
chamum
no.
mahodaya.
Etam chamum. Yeah. So it is actually in Dvitiya Vibhakti Ekavachana Strilinga. Okay. So this Mahatim is also in Strilinga Dvitiya Vibhakti to go with the linga of Chamu, which is a Strilinga Padda, as far as I can recognize from Etam. Okay. Otherwise it would have been Etam. Okay, if it was Pullinga. And also Mahatim would have been Mahatam or something like that. Okay. So, He Acharya Etam Panduputranam Mahatim Chamum or Etam Chamum. So, Panduputranam Etam Mahatim Chamum Pasya Tvam Pasya. That's what he's pleading to Acharya by addressing him directly as Hey Acharya. Like that. Okay. So there is a little bit more than that, because there is a second half which we have not even brought into the equation. Because if you see the second half, Vyudam, Drupada Putrena, Tava Shishyena, Dhimata doesn't have any Kriya Pada. So somehow that has to go there. So again, all this goes under Vyudham. Okay. So Tava Shishyena, Drupada Putrena, Dhimata, Dhimata is also in karma karana karaka. So tritiya ekavachana, dhimata, shishyena, tritiya ekavachana, drupada putrena, tritiya ekavachana. So they all belong. Okay. So drupada putra is the kind of clearly the visheshya, the son of drupada. Drupadasya putraha, drupada putraha, tena drupada putrena is the vigraha vakya and the vibhakti placement of that. So shishyena drupada putrena, tava shishyena. You were. So Shashti Vibhakti word belonging as the possessor of the pada Shishyena. Okay. Tava Shishyena Drupada Putrena Dhimata Drupada Putrena. He is at least giving some credit to Drupada Putra as one with a Dhimat. Matlab with Dhairya and all that. Dhi and Dhairya, all that. Okay. Vyudham Chamum. So Vyudham. Vyuhaha means arranged. Vyudham, so arranged Chamum. Okay. So this all links with the chamum as the organization of the chamu being done by Drupada Putra, who is Shishya of you, Acharya. So that's where the accusation comes into picture. Ayo, look, your own Shishya has come and is fighting with you. Like that. He's kind of needling him. Okay, I think.
And he is also looks like accusing that they are on the other side. Your Sishyas are better prepared on the other side, maybe.
Correct. By describing it as Vyudham, yeah. Dhimata also pitching in with a little of that, yes. Not
and
any.
Pashya is also it's not a respectful way
No,
of.
no. I completely cancel that opinion. Okay. In Samskritam, there is no disrespect meant by using Uttama Purusha or singular, nothing like that. Okay. Hey Acharya is completely respectful. Hey Pashya, Tvam Pashya, Tvam implicit there under Pashya is completely respectful. There is no need for Pashyatu and all that. Like we are getting corrupted today by the British influence of using Queen's respectful terms, third person usage. I forget all that. Sanskritam is very straightforward. It doesn't waste language on all that. Respect is there everywhere. If disrespect is meant, disrespect is there everywhere. Okay. Yeah.
Thank you.
They use better language techniques to show respect and disrespect than Ekavachana and things like that. Yeah. So Pada Vibhagaha. So we saw Pashya Etam was a Vriddhi. That's what is the Sandhi. Then Panduputranam, Acharya, Sambodhana Pratama, Mahatim. All Makaras here for Bindu, all reversal of Anuswara Sandhi. Vyudham, Drupada Putrena, Tava Shishyena, Dhimata. There was only literally one Sandhi, Pashya Etam. There are several other Sandhis, but not highlighted here because they are all very obvious. The Anuswara Sandhi. Plenty. So typically they are ignoring Anuswara Sandhi everywhere I am seeing. But you guys will get some extra points for highlighting them, saying there are many Anuswara Sandhis like this, like that. Okay, Tatparya, we almost got it. Preceptor, preceptor. See this huge army of Pandu's sons. Okay, Mahatim Chamum. See, another thing. Which your own disciple, in fact, I am emphasizing in English what is already kind of apparent to us. Tava Shishyena. So, Tava is actually your own, is literally your own disciple. The brilliant Dhimata Drishtadyumna. They have actually explained who is Drupada Putra. Drishtadyumna, Drupada's son. In fact, Draupadi's brother. Has got in the array. Okay. Vakya Vishleshanam. Who is not Shishya of Acharya there? Every single Kaurava, every single Pandava, and many other big such princes who grew up with them, they are all his Shishyas. Okay. Pointing that out is a waste of time by Duryodhana. Vakya Vishleshanam. Kriyapadam Pashya. So what is the lakara of Pashya? Can somebody volunteer? Lot. Very good. Lot. Okay. Pashyato, pashyatah, pashyanto. Pashyatha, something will come. Okay. In Madhyama Purusha Ekavachana. Not Uttama Purusha like I may have mistold earlier. Madhyama Purusha Ekavachana hai. Tvam Pashya. Okay. Prathama Vibhakti. Tvam. See, they brought that. The Pashya is staring at us with Tvam. Right? And then Adhyahritam they have mentioned. Okay, that means we have inferred it from the Lot Pashya. Sambodhana Pratama Acharya, they have put an exclamation for English. We with our weak heads, we need this exclamation. Dvitiya, Etam Mahatim Chamum Vyudam. So, Chamu is the Visheshya. Etam, Mahatim and Vyudam, they are all Visheshanas. Etam is a Sarvanama Visheshana. Other two are actually quality Visheshanas. Huge. Tritiya Vibhakti, Drupada Putrena Shishyena Dhimata. So here Drupada Putra is the Visheshya. Eventual Visheshya is Drishtadyumna. Pah, kashta word. Drishtadyumna. And then Shishya and Dhiman, Nakaranta, Dhiman Shabda. So that one goes to Dhimata in Tritiya Vibhakti Ekavachana. Shashti, Panduputranam Tava. Okay, Tava Shishyena goes together, okay, as the possessor of the Shishyena, and Panduputranam Shashti possession is Chamum. Panduputranam Chamum. Okay, possessor of the Chamu and its Visheshanas, obviously, in turn. Okay. What we have next? Yeah, next is the explanation. Any confusion with this much what we have analyzed?
Mahoday, I have a question.
Yes.
This was raised earlier also, and you said there is no disrespect, but then we do have this word Bhavan, right? So doesn't that mean Aap? So is that, how do we use that? So like here, there is a Tvam that has been used with Pashya. So couldn't it have been
that's a style. That's a style. Okay. Tvam is not disrespectful. That doesn't make Bhavan anything more respectful than Tvam.
Oh, okay.
Okay, it is due to our influence in usage. Generally, there was this middle-age pratiti that a king or somebody, you try to not use Madhyama Purusha, try to use Prathama Purusha like that. Okay. Even within the Vangmaya, it happened. But remember, in India, it was not like a pure Sanskrit transactional world. It was a more or less always a bilingual, trilingual world in every court also. So affairs used to be held in the corresponding language of the nations, predominant language of the kingdom, whatever. Okay, and additionally, records and transactions and messages between kingdoms used to happen in Samskritam because that was the lingua franca for communication. If you send a Kannada letter to Uttar Pradesh, what they will understand. But if you send a Samskritam letter, they will perfectly understand because there are interpreters helping the kings, and kings themselves knew the language from childhood. They learned it as one of their educational steps. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Excuse me, sir.
And lot of and people also knew, they may not have spoken Sanskrit, but they knew it perfectly because all the plays that were held on the stages, the entertainment, all the television we see today and the YouTube, etc., everything those days was mixed of Sanskritam and local language or Prakritam. Okay. Yeah. Bhagini?
Sir, Chamum and Anikam are both army, words for army.
Chamu is a Strilinga pada, Anikam is an Apumsakalinga pada, I believe.
Okay. Okay. Dhanyavad.
Good. Yeah, that is correct. Anvaya Rachana. Before proceeding with the Anvaya Rachana, know a couple of rules connected with it. See how they nicely every time teach something new for us. if there is a word in Sambodhana Pratama Vibhakti, it should be placed as is at the beginning, because we start with that, no? Hey Raja, hey Rajan, like that. Huh? There will be no question to elicit that word. How do you question hey whom? Like that. In the earlier lesson, you have learnt about Adhyahara. When there is a Kriyapadam in Madhyama Purusha like Pashya, Gachasi, etc., the Kartrupadam, Tvam, is understood because there is only one. Like I told you, there are 1 billion Prathama Purusha nouns. There is only one Madhyama Purusha noun. I told you that nobody talks of Purushatva for nouns, but I talk of it specifically because that is what is influencing the Purushatva of the Kriya. Okay, it is hidden. There is a Purushatva hidden, not explicitly mentioned, because 99.9999% it is always Prathama Purusha. But there is one Tvam and there is one Aham. Or actually I should say Yushmad and Asmad. Pratipadika. Similarly, when there is a verb in the first person and the Kartrupadam is Aham, it is not mentioned, it is to be understood. Okay? Karomi, Gachami, like that. Those places, Aham is implicit. Or whatever is the other Vachana. Kurvaha, Kurmaha means Avam, Vayam, Aham, Avam, Vayam. It's one of the more difficult declensions. This Yushmad and Asmad Shabda. They didn't make it easy. But once you mug up, it works very well. In the shloka above, there is the verb Pashya and the Kartrupadam Tvam is not found. So it is supplied. The Anvaya Rachana for this shloka is as follows. So we used to start with Kriyapada, but we now start with Sambodhana. So that's a new addition. So Acharya and exclamation mark for us. Vocative case of address. Pashya Kriyapadam. Kam Pashya, see Strilinga. Kam Pashya, Chamum Pashya. Kesham Chamum, Panduputranam Chamum. Shashti Vibhakti has been brought. But actually, they have brought it, but technically, you can put it earlier and put the Visheshanas closer to Chamum. Okay. So, Kidrishim Chamum, Visheshana of Chamum, Etam, Punaha Kidrishim Mahatim. So, we have to actually Punaha Kidrishim Chamum, Vyudam. So, 3 Visheshanas. So, we have to put Panduputranam, Vyudam, Mahatim, Etam, Chamum, like that. Okay. It's better. But you can also go Vyudam, Mahatim, Etam, Panduputranam, Chamum. Nothing wrong. You can put the Shashti closer to Chamum also. That's also fine. There isn't like one highway for Anvaya. That doesn't mean you go back to Kavi's order and say, this is my highway also. You have to do a little effort. That's why we are doing. Otherwise, that's also legal sentence. Just split the words and list it in that order. Nothing illegal about it, but you haven't put any extra effort to slightly help us, right? So that's all.
One doubt. So this Vyuda, Mahatim, all these are Visheshana, no? All these
arranged army, huge army, Pandavas army.
Yes. So all these
Pandavas is not Visheshana, it is the possessor of Chamu.
But Mahatim and Vyudam will become
and even Etam, this army.
Okay.
This huge arranged army of Pandavas in English.
And this Dhimata, Drupada Putrena, Dhimata is also Visheshana, no?
Dhimata, yes, Tritiya Ekavachana Dhimata.
Dhimata.
Yeah, that's what will come out next.
Wait.
Okay. Wait. Okay. Punaha Kidrishim Mahatim, Punaha Kidrishim Chamum Vyudham. Now the Tritiya Vibhakti questions have started coming. See how they are going. Sambodhana finished, Kriyapada, then Karmapada. Okay. Tvam, they have not brought out. Okay. Tvam Pashya, actually I would have brought out here in this line. Okay. Kam Pashya Chamum. How they will ask? Okay. Kaha Pashyati. If you want to ask, Kaha Pashyati, Tvam Pashyas. Tvam Pashya. Like that you have to answer. That's all. Okay. Tvam only we have to answer. We don't even need to put Pashya. Kaha Pashyati, Tvam, and you can say in brackets to say Adhyarana. They didn't list it under this, but they have talked about it earlier. But that's, if you want to bring it in, I would bring it in after the Kriya Pada. So Kriya, Karta, even if hidden, then Karmas, then Visheshanas and Shashtis, if they are there for that word, then other Vibhaktis. So now they are bringing the Tritiya Vibhakti. Kena Vyudham, arranged by whom? Drupada Putrena Vyudham. Okay, Kidrushena Drupada Putrena, Dhimata Drupada Putrena. So Tritiya Vibhakti Visheshana. पुनः कीदृशेन शिष्येण. Okay, kasya shishyena tava shishyena, because there is a shashti question has to be asked for the shashti representation.
So dhimata is actually adjective for Drupada Putra.
Yeah, dhiman shabda in tritiya ekavachana it is dhimata.
Okay. Okay. Thanks.
So kasya shishyena tava shishyena, tava here being dronasya in bracket, you can say. I think well done. So let's go to the one more verse they have. Atra shura maheshwasa bhimarjuna samayudhi yuyudhano viratascha drupadascha maharatah. So here there is no kriyapada. Okay, but they have not tried to bring in more of it. They have tried to explain away here only. Let us see what they will do. Adhyaharana. It's obvious here. Santi has been supplied as the thing. Okay. Atra shuraha maheshwasaha bhimarjuna samaha etc. etc. They are all santi. Okay. Okay. So he is telling in this arrangement of army, these all big people are there. I mean, he's not happy just telling the army is there and Drupada Putra is the one, your Shishya, who has arranged it. He's now further saying these big Maharathas are there. Okay, like Maharatha means great charioteer types, you can say roughly. Atra Shura Maheshwasa Bhimarjuna Samayudhi Yuyudhano Viratascha Drupadascha Maharatha. Only one Visarga is apparent, Maharatha, but there are so many Visargas here. Visarga Lopa, Shuraha, Maheshwasaha, another Visarga Lopa. Bhimarjuna Samaha, another Visarga Lopa. Yudhi is a Saptami Vibhakti Shabda, there is no Visarga there. Yuyudhanaha, Visargasya Utvam. Virataha, okay. Sakaraha Shchutvam cha. Shatvam, we can say. Viratascha. Then Drupadascha, same principle. Drupadaha cha. Maharataha. See, double cha is a little bit of anuprasa. Okay. And also Chandapuraka. So continues the same tone. Hey Acharya, Atra Shuraha, Maheshwasaha. Okay. Bhimarjuna Samaha, Yudhi Bhimarjuna Samaha. In fight, who are equivalent to Bhimarjuna. Okay. Yudanaha, Virataha, Drupadaha, Cha, Maharataha. Maharataha is a Visheshana because singular. You cannot take it to others. You just take it with Drupada as a close quarter. Maharatah Drupadaha cha santi, atra santi, atra being the location. Okay. So what this Samskrit Bharati has done is they have brought in santi so that we don't keep going. They can keep bringing santi for the ahead verses also. Maybe he is not finished. He may talk about more names. So they have left it for the future verse. Okay. So Padavibhagaha Atra Shuraha Maheshwasaha Bhimarjuna Samaha Yudhi Yuyudhanaha is one name. Yuyudhana is one name. Virataha is one name. Drupadaha is another name. And Maharataha is Visheshana of Drupadaha. Okay. Bhagini, you have a question?
Sir, why for this locative kasmin is not used? It's always kutra they use.
Can be used. Nothing. Kutra is used because of atra is the obvious. Even the Samskrit Bharati wants to use some anuprasa.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
why go to kasmin when kutra is possible with atra? That's all.
Okay. So like we are supposed to always use kutra whenever there is saptami.
No. You can use kasmin.
Kasmin andre yaralli enno artha baruttallva?
Enilla madam, atara enilla. There is no person involved always for Pullinga, Stri involved for Strilinga, and some Napumsaka person is not involved for Napumsaka. It is Padas Linga. The word itself has a Linga, not the person associated with the word. Generally, what we do is we don't call males with female names and females with male names as a practice. Okay?
ಅಲ್ಲ ಅದು 3 ವಚನಾನು ಬರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲ ಕಸ್ಮಿನ್ ಕಯೋಹೋ ಕೇಶು
ಹೌದು. Kutra is a kind of trivariant.
It is related to ಅಂದ್ರೆ there is a hint of personal ಇದು ಬರುತ್ತಾ?
ಬರಲ್ಲ. If you don't know, you can ask Kasmin, no problem. Baralla.
Kasmin Sthane?
Yeah, Kasmin Sthane. What is wrong with Kasmin for Sthanam? Yeah. The Pumsaka and Pullinga are covered in Kasmin. Strilinga is, since we don't know the answer, we can ask Kasmin, no problem. You don't have to go Kasyam. But if in Anvaya Rachana, what we do is, if we know the answer is a Strilinga, Sitayam or something like that, Nagaryam or something like that, then we go Kasyam is the Prashnarthaka Shabda we can use, or Kutra also we can ask, like Bhagini asked. Why Kutra is a kind of a escapism.
Yeah, he is saying Kutra is equal to where, Kasmin Sthane is equal to in which place. I mean, both mean
no, Sthane is not asked in the question. Kasmin is only asked, that's all.
Okay.
Kasmin is enough. Sthane is just for our dumb heads.
Okay.
Sir, also, what is the Pratipadik for Yudhi?
Yudhi. Saptami. Yud. I am not able to suddenly come with it. Obviously, it is
Yoda,
some kind of a halan. Yoda is a different derivation. Yodha means a warrior.
In Yuddha.
But Yuddha Shabda, what is the Pratipadika? I am trying to remember.
Sir, is it a Pullinga Shabda?
Most likely. Let me not commit anything. But it is Saptami Vibhakti of some Yudha, some form. I don't know the Anta and how the declension starts from Pratama Vibhakti. Admit that I don't know at this moment. But we can look it up and find out. It's an interesting exercise for us to find out. Okay.
So is it not the one who fights Yuddha?
No. Yudhi Bhimarjuna Samaha. In war, who are equivalent to Bhima and Arjuna. Let us do that. Let us finish the Anvaya Rachana, guys. Let us not start opinionating too much. Sometimes I am also in fault.
Takaranta Pullinga Yuddh Shabdaha Saptami Yudhi.
Takaranta va Bhagini?
Takaranta Chaturtaksharadha Yuddh.
Yuddh. Okay, Yuddh. Dhakaranta. Astu.
Yeah, we have it as Shuddha also. Dhakarant, Kshuddh, Kshudhi. That's there in
how it is a Pratama Vibhakti? Kshut only, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Kshut is the only place.
Yudhi would be Yudh in Pratama Ekavachana.
Yuddh with Pratamaksharata and Yuddh with Tritiyaksharata. Jasva Sandhige. Yuddh, Yudau, Yudaha.
That's what it is here. Kshut, Kshudau, Kshudaha.
Good. Okay. Halanta Shabda was very clear. They only have these complicated declensions in Saptami like this. Yudhi. Okay. Ishuhu. Arrow. Maha Ishwasaha, great marksmen. That is how Maheshwasa has derived. Ishu being arrow. So those who are capable of launching great arrows. Means good bowsmen. Yes, Smita Variya or somebody had a question?
Mohadaya. Actually, next is Sandhi, right? They have given Shuraha Maheshwasaha, then Maheshwasaha Bhimarjuna Samaha. So all these are in one.
No. Bhagini, when we do Sandhi, when we analyze Sandhi, we take the two left component and right component and analyze. When there is a series of Sandhis, the guy in the middle will come as the right component for the left side and left component for the right side, na?
Or is it all together? I want to know, because in some
No. Sandhi is only close quarter. Sandhi has no far field influence. Sandhi is purely letter influence in the neighborhood. Okay. So why Shura has lost his Visarga is because that Makara fits the rule of Visarga Lopa. Okay. When there is that Makara, Visarga Lopa is allowed. Okay. Similarly, when there is Bhakara, some soft Vyanjana, there is Visarga Lopa allowed. Okay. For a Dirga, for a Hrasva Akara followed by Visarga, there are other rules. Okay. So Hrasva Akara, Dirga Akara, other than and A, if it was he, like that. Okay. Then there is a different rule for Visarga. Visarga Sandhi is influenced by the swara that is behind the Visarga, and is also influenced by the swara or Vyanjana ahead of the Visarga. Okay?
Okay. Dhanyavadah.
That's why 6 varieties are there, Visarga. Sandhi. Okay, very complex. It itself is a category. Panini, almost not just Panini ruled code that way, but the Vyakarana karas, they talk of Swara Sandhi, they talk of Vyanjana Sandhi, then they talk of Visarga Sandhi separately. It is neither Vyanjana nor Swara Sandhi class, because its own class. Because it is actually, it is not there in the Vyanjana list of Maheshwara Sutra. It is its own class. Okay. We are getting broken up a lot. Just give me some time without questions. Okay. So that's the explanation why sandhis are shown with the same word occurring twice, etc. Because you have to show the influencers. Okay. But really, Bhima Arjuna Sama has no influence. Only aha is the portion. Aha plus y, a plus y. That's what is happening. Finish. Rest are all sitting there as is, even before sandhi and after sandhi. Same way, Yuyudanaha, aha plus v. Okay. O plus v. See here, instead of lopa, because of aha, okay, we got a utva. Here, harsh letter cha, aha. So, hrasva akara followed by visarga, harsh letter cha. So, sakara. Not o, not lopa, sakara. And viratas and s plus cha, sh plus cha, shchutva. Second visarga, after visarga sandhi, there is a hal sandhi happening, shchutva happening, viratas cha. Same with drupadas cha. Okay, that's all little out of syllabus, but explained it. It's not out of syllabus by the end of our teaching. Vakya Vishleshanam. Okay, let us finish the Tatparya. I think in all this, like we are meaning itself. Here are the valorous men who are great archers, who match Bhima and Arjuna in war. See, Yudhi, Bhima, Arjuna, Samaha. Here again, Samasta. Bhimaha cha Arjunaha cha Bhima, Arjuna, Bhima, Arjunayoho. Samaha, Bhima, Arjuna, Samaha. Something like that. Some roughly. Okay. So, Bhima and Arjuna in war, who they are? Yuyudhana, which is his actual name, Satyaki, or Satya's son, Satyaki, something like that. Okay, then Virata and Drupada, a great warrior. See, this is Visheshana for Drupada, a singular, so it has to go with one fella. So, Vakya Visheshanam. The words should be grouped as follows. Kriyapadam Santi, this is supplied. Prathama Bahuvachanam Shuraha Maheshwasaha Bhimarjuna Samaha. Ekavachanam Yuyudanaha Virataha. Mistake here. There is a Tangana dosha. Drupadaha Maharataha. Then Saptami Yudhi. Avyayam Atra Cha. Two chas are there actually. Yeah. Here Maharataha is an adjective of Drupada due to close quarterness and singularity in nature of Maharata. Cha is a conjunction. Okay, finish. They did not go with this Akanksha Paddhati explanation, but it's something that we guys can do potentially. Okay. Oh, sorry. I thought it is not done. It is done. Atra Shura Maheshwasa Bhimarjuna Samayudhi. So we'll quickly finish. I have copied this again. So same sloka. Now let us do the Anvaya Rachana. My bad. Anvaya Rachana. Santi. Ke Santi. Maheshwasaha Santi. Kidrishaha Maheshwasaha. Pullinga Bahuvachana question. Shuraha. Punaha kidrishaha bhimarjuna samaha punaha kaha asti. I mean, for single component at this time we have to go with asti in question. Yuyudanaha, it's almost not needed. Okay. Punaha kaha virataha. See, they didn't bother to repeat. Punaha kaha drupadaha cha. They brought in one of the to close the list out. Kidrishaha drupadaha maharataha. So they brought out the Visheshana for drupada. So the verb santi is applied to the sentence as a whole. When a question is put for the word in singular verb, should be asti. One thing that they have not done this exercise, they should have written the anvaya vakya at the end. We should do that. We should write the anvaya vakya. So you can say atra shuraha maheshvasaha yudhi bhimarjuna samaha bracket yatha yuyudanah viratah maharatah drupadah cha santi. And after atra you can put in bracket kurukshetre, like that. Okay. I hope the Anvaya Vakya was clear to you guys. But it's a good practice to write the Anvaya Vakya at the end. That's the whole purpose of Anvaya Rachana. Somehow they miss that. But, not always by reverse reading this you will get it. You will get it roughly. Maharataha Drupadaha cha. No, see, cha comes in the wrong place if we go like that. So, Maharataha Drupadaha Virataha Yuyudanaha cha. But we would go Yuyudana first, Virata next, and then Drupada according to Kavi. So, Yuyudanaha Virataha Maharataha Drupadascha Shuraha Bhimarjuna Samaha Maheshvasaha Atra Santi. They didn't ask Atra question only. Kutra they should have asked, they missed it. Kutra Santi, Atra Santi, Atra should have been brought out. They missed it. I mean, not everything is perfect, but we know what to fill in, guys. Okay, let us take a break now.
Kutra Santi.
Huh?
Kutra Santi is there in the book.
That is because my edition, Bagini, I am little, my book is of a certain era. I didn't go disturb them for a new book and all that. So I'm using this old book only. Huh? Yeah.
Sir,
so they have corrected.
Yudhi is not there,
Excuse
sir.
me, sir. They have corrected. Even Yudhi is not there. That's what Atra is not there means Yudhi is not there. Yudhi, actually Yudhi is also missing, correct. Yudhi is coming separately from for this Maheshvasaha.
Sir, I have one information to add. Yudhi plus Sthira equal to Yudhishthira. That is given by Monier Williams. So that because we were discussing the word Yudhi. So
that is a aluk. It is called aluk samasa. We call it aluk because the Saptami Vibhakti has remained in position in the name. Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, that is the explanation Vigravakya for Yudhishthira's name. Yeah, very good that you brought into equation at this point. But aluk. Why it is remaining Yudhi in that samasta is because it is called aluk. Aluk means they didn't do the lopa of the Vibhakti pratyaya of the Pratama part.
Okay, sir.
Pratama bhagasya pratipadikam na svikritavantah sakshat vibhakti yukta padasya svikarah yata yudhi ityeva tatra sthapitamasti iti karanat
right,
aluk
sir.
iti tasya nama.
Understood, sir. Because in 90% cases the samasa will not have a vibhakti in the first word.
First word, correct.
Right, sir. Understood, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you,
But
sir.
anyway, it is a related discussion between us, but you guys got it. Okay, so let us take a water break. Little late today. So 12:08, 12:12, we will gather back and continue. Oh, we enter the Sandhi. We start with the famous Anuswara Sandhi only. So take a water break now, please. Okay, Kshayam Punah Swagatam. So Sandayah ityatra Anuswara Sandhinam.
Excuse me, can I ask a doubt before the Sandhi, please?
About the Sandhi?
No, before the Sandhi. I mean about the previous Anvaya Rachana. Yes. So I mean Maharatha, actually all three of them are Maharathas, no? But only Drupada
because it is in
this...
singular, you cannot associate it with everyone else.
Yeah, why they? I mean, that is just a choice of the poet, is it? To describe only.
No. That's Yeah, you can say it's a choice of the poet to qualify only Drupada there as a,
Yes.
but it is also his choice because maybe actually he could have used Maharataha to collectively call all of them also, because
Yes,
the
that
last
was
letter is always a Guru Akshara in Kavya.
okay. Okay.
Okay, regardless. Okay.
So that is
Anyway,
why.
it is a compound with Visarga. It is already Guru. So he could have chosen to go Maharataha. It may have been some transcriber who curtailed the Dirgha. Who knows, Bhagini? But it is completely meaningful to take it in singular as a Visheshana to the close by party, Drupada.
Okay. Thank you.
That doesn't mean the others aren't. I mean, praising one doesn't mean you are like not praising others in world, no? That's what. Anuswara sandhihi. Sandayaha is a plural of sandhihi. Okay. Study the following examples. Aham pratah devam namaskaromi. Pratah is a nitya saptami. Okay. Aham, I, in the morning, to the god I offer my bowings. Namaskaromi. I offer my salutation. Like that. Okay. So, what is happening here? You see, aham has a bindu, devam has a bindu. Okay. So, we will come back later and analyze. Krishnam vande jagadgurum. Again, Krishnam. So, this one is aham jagadgurum Krishnam vande. Aham vande, Uttama Purusha. So, aham is implicit. Aham jagadgurum Krishnam vande. Using the Anvaya Rachanat Krama, we know. Okay. So, Krishnam has a bindu. Vanam gacchami, guham pashyami. To the forest I will go. I will see a cave. But again, Uttama Purusha aham is implicit from both gacchami and pashyami. So this, would say this kama is something part of Sanskritam? No. In Sanskritam, we would have put it as vanam gacchami, bar, guham pashyami, bar. Finish. No need for kama. We would have understood that there is a association between them by being next to each other. Satyam vada dharmam chara. Another similar examples. No comma needed. Actually, two phrases. It's not as if the vertical bar is needed also. By Kriya Pada, we recognize its wheel, and the next Kriya Pada, we go to the next wheel, etc. Satyam vada dharmam chara. Both vada and chara are Kriya Padas. So we know the separation. So two wheels. Tell the truth. Practice the dharmic act. Okay. See, here chara is not used in the meaning of graze. It is used in the meaning of enact, observe, okay, or follow the path of dharma. That sense, okay. But dharma is there even in eating. So you can say, dukkam tyaja kartavyam palaya. Give up unhappiness and follow your duty. I mean, don't get worried about the sadness of what you need to do. Okay, I guess Krishna is telling Arjuna only. Dukkam tyaja kartavyam palaya. Again, lots of bindus everywhere. Satyam, dharmam, kartavyam, dukkam. Bhojanam krutva vidyalayam gacha. Here there is a clausal verb. It's not two sentences, only one sentence with a clausal verb position holder. So, bhojanam krutva. Tvam is implicit from gacha. So, tvam bhojanam krutva vidyalayam gacha. All are in लोट मध्यम पुरुष एकवचन सह गीतम श्रुत्वा हर्षम प्राप्तवान सो अगेन त्वांत लिंक गीतम श्रुत्वा कर्म फॉर द श्रवण क्रिया एंड हर्ष इज द कर्म पद फॉर आप धातु ओके सो दिस प्राप्तवान इज इन द कृदंत मोड प्राप्तवान अस्ति or asit something we can assume that as the actual active kriya pada.
What is harsham, sir? What is harsham?
Harsha is happiness.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Harsham praptavan doesn't mean some other fella. It's just happiness he got. Okay. Saha is the praptavan's thing, link. Okay. Padam smrutva vakyam lekhaniyam. Remembering the step or the word however you want to read it. Vakyam lekaniyam, the sentence has to be written. I mean, obviously this is remembering the word or remembering the words. In English we use plurality there. The sentence should be written like that. Okay, anyway, the focus is on this anuswara everywhere. So in every single case you saw anuswara. So let us analyze what is next to the anuswara. Why? So pakara, a vyanjanakshara, nakara, a vyanjanakshara, vakara, vyanjanakshara, gakara, pakara, vakara, chakara, takara, pakara, kakara, gakara, gakara, pakara, and lakara, sakara. Every single thing was a vyanjana. So none of the second word that followed the anuswara bindu had a swarakshara. Like, for example, swaraksharas can be there in the beginning of the word, like aham, for example, is an example of that. Aham is an example of swarakshara at the beginning. There are lots of other possibilities like agacchati, like that. Okay, so one thing is very clear. Whenever there is a halanta makara at the end of the word, which is followed by a vyanjana in the next word's beginning, switch over from halanta makara to anuswara. Now, what this anuswara sandhi is about is actually that enforced interleave of swara vyanjana. So, halanta makara and the pakara, okay, you can choose to leave the halanta makara as is. If you didn't choose to do anuswara sandhi is optional, by the way. Anuswara sandhi is optional. So if you didn't want to do the bindu, you have to leave it as aham. Okay, and then you can actually make a samyuktakshara aham prataha as one single contiguous spaceless joint, where the makara, pakara, repa, akara all join into one samyuktakshara. Okay, in fact, in this case, it happens to be also, yeah, it is a samyuktakshara because of multiple consonants also. Okay, so aham prataha, like that also you can write. Nothing illegal about continuing to keep it as a halanta makara. But if you choose to take the anuswara sandhi path, you can merge that halanta makara back into the akara as a anuswara to the akara. What is really happening? We are reverse absorbing a consonant halanta makara and switching it over back to a sub-swara, anuswara. Okay? So that's why we have taken. So both and aha are little weird. They are not really exactly pure swaras. They are actually coming from vyanjana back into a kind of a subservient swara to the prominent swara, like im, etc. They are all added to a, I, u, etc. Okay. Same with visarga. Visarga is generated out of repas and sakaras at the end, back into a aha, ihi, uhu, like that to the end of the word. Okay, visarga is also generated. Some visargas come in the middle, like punah, punaha, like that. Some visargas are there in the middle also, but largely they are in the end. Okay, visargas that are in the middle, they become upadmaniyas, etc. Anyway, we are not talking about visarga. So I hope you understood what is happening with anuswara generation. It's actually generated from halanta makara. Is that clear? Anuradha Varye, you have a question?
No, sir.
Whoever is having Infinix Smart 4 answered, but Anuradha Varye didn't answer. That's okay. I'll mute her out.
Sir, I have a question on the sentence Aham Prataha Devam Namaskaromi. Prataha, you said, is Nitya Saptami, but it itself has a Shabda Rupa. So in the
Some words have a Avyaya Rupa and a Vibhakti Yukta Rupa. They're like what you call double actors. In cinema, father, grandfather, grandson, everybody is same, like that.
Okay, so here it is an Avyaya Rupa, which
here
is
it's a Saptamyartha Avyaya. Or you can go Pratah Kale, then you force a Saptami by using Kala along with it. See, Pratah Kala is another place where Visarga is in the middle. Yeah.
Or we could use the Saptami root prate. That doesn't sound right though.
It doesn't sound right. So I have to check what whether it is kind of, there are other vibhaktis, pratasya, like that. I have to check pratari or whatever is the vibhakti.
I'm checking in Sanskrit Abhyasaha site, sir.
Sanskrit Abhyasa is a little dicey because it is a kind of somebody's computer generated things it generates. It is good. People appreciate it because at least it gives as close to what could have been. But you cannot conclude that it is indeed that. So I depend on Ashtadhyayi if it is listed there. Or you go for Koshas. Koshanveshanam under Ashtadhyayi.com you go.
Okay.
And there they may actually explain. Under Prataha they may explain a little bit. Avyaya, or it has vibhakti forms also optionally. Some explanation will be there. It's difficult to read because these Vachaspati, Kosha and all are not easy. There are a lot of technical letters there to explain that. But over time we learn how to read them. Yeah.
Okay.
For now, yeah. See, if you feed any random word into that Sanskrit Abhyas, na, it seems to generate the correct declines. It's because you're using some kind of compute engine and then a lot of advertisement plastered all over around it. But
Yeah,
it's good effort.
to,
I think it's a French expert who has created that engine which people use willy-nilly everywhere.
So whenever you have extra time, if you could explain how to look up in Koshan Vesha this Shabda root, that will also be helpful.
Okay, we
It's
will
very
see,
complicated
Bhagini. We will see, Bhagini. We will see. And let's focus on Shiksha. Yeah. So the bold words in the above sentence are split up. So now what they have done exactly what I explained. Okay. So I don't know what this business. Okay, if there are two parts in the same sentence, then is used as an index. Okay. Okay, so that's so all right. So they have explained everywhere the halanta makara is the one generating the anuswara is what it is clear to us. Okay, no need to read all that now. Rule: when a makara. Okay, who has a Samsung SM-A346E? You are unmuted. You have a question, sir? Okay, I think this person doesn't know. Okay, they're muted. Okay, just to see if you can rename yourself with some proper name. If you don't want to reveal your name, at least use some other proper name so that I can call you. And remember, what is the name you assigned to yourself? Okay. When a makara at the end of a word is followed by any consonant, it is replaced by anuswara, that point above the line. In all the above examples, padanta makara is followed by a vyanjanam and so is replaced by anuswara. And this is an optional sandhi. They didn't say anything about it. Maybe they will say ahead. So let us look at examples of where you cannot do it. For example, Sita, Ramam, Ahvayati. You cannot do Ramam Bindu. But one thing I have noticed in the old literature books, where, for example, in Ramayana Mahabharata books only, literally everywhere they put Anuswara willy-nilly. They are not really honoring this Anuswara rule. They said anytime I can put Anuswara in place of Halanta Makara is how they go about in those books. We have noticed it, so it is a little loose. But according to Panini, if you choose to do Anuswara Sandhi, these are the rules under which you can put Bindu when there is a Vyanjana. If there is a Swara like A, you cannot put Ramam with a Bindu. You have to put Halanta Ramam. Okay? You cannot take the Anuswara path. Sita Ramam Ahvayati. Ramah Sitam Ikshate. He observes Sita. He looks at Sita. Anuswaraha na bhavati. Okay, so lot of questions now. Let us finish the it'll be kind of what you guys say is yes, no. Yes means halanta. The halanta makara is replaced with the bindu. Okay, because pronunciation difference cannot be made out. Let us say yes or no. Okay, so collectively, sarvam nashtam.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Aham tam.
Yes.
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 Aapanam gatva.
Yes.
Yes.
I don't think they have given very imaginative exercise. Sorry. So don't waste your breath. From 4 through 10, yes. See, all you have to see. Dakara, kakara, shakara, gakara, pakara, vakara, dakara. So yes. So
Sir,
let us.
when will no come, sir? When will no come? Give an example
Yes.
for no.
Ramam ahvayati. No. Sitam ikshate. No.
When a vowel comes.
When a
When a
vowel
vowel
comes,
comes.
vowel
Very good.
comes.
When a
Okay,
vowel like
welcome.
a or e or anything is there in the first letter of the second word, you cannot take the anuswara sandhi. Okay. So disjoin the sandhi, again waste of time. So halanta makara you have to put everywhere. Okay. So again tuck. I don't know why I even wasted my energy typing all this, but I have done it. Okay. All right. So this is not very intuitive, useful exercise. Hopefully in future they will give something more challenging, like a mixed exercise like what I should have. Okay. So all right. So let us go to next sandhi. I will mute everyone to learn the next sandhi. So this anuswara, one sandhi was done in 10 minutes or less. Great actually. Okay. Because such a silly sandhi. I mean, very easy. Silly, no? Easy. It is not silly because it is done because there is actually a potential pronunciation variation happening in the presence of Vyanjana. Remember, Vyakaranakaras don't do these transformations for their joy or for their, to torture us or anything. No, they are doing it because mouth's pronunciation methodology is eased by taking those sandhi path. Okay, all right. So study the following examples. Uttamaha balaha suryodayat prageva uttishtanti. Okay. So here the actual word is prak. Okay. But it became prag eva. So in the presence of the swara, the kakara has softened to a gakara. Prageva. Like that. Uttishtanti. So good boys, they always get up before the sunrise. We are left with no good boys nowadays, I think. Shadananah Shivasya Putraha. So Shadanana is a Subramanya, six-headed Kartikeya. Kartikeya is the son of Shiva. So Shat is the word for Shadanana, right? Shat Ananaha Yasya Shadananaha. Softening of the Takara has happened to Dakara. Ta, ta, da. It went to third column. So the first column letter has gone to third column. Here also same. Ka, kha, ga. First column moved to third column. Okay. So Jagadguruhu Asman Patu. May the Guru of the entire world protect us. Patu means protect us. Okay. Prathama Purusha Lot, I think, something like that. Okay. Or maybe Vidiling, I have to check. Anyway, Jagat Guruhu, Jagat Guruhu, Jagataha Guruhu is the Vigraha Vakya of the Samasta, but Jagataha, the Pratipadika is Jagat, Halant Takara. Takara Halant has switched to Dakara. The first column to third column switch again. You notice that. Okay. It can be Mahaprana or then they will have a different switch, but so far we are noticing first column to third column switch. Jagat to Jagad. Okay, after that it is a simple samyuktakshara. Halanta dakara joining the ukara. There is no sandhi. So there is a sandhi there which is on the left side, which is for Jagat changing to Jagad. Okay. Tena mahadyashaha sampaditam. By him, huge success was obtained. Okay. So mahat plus yashaha. Actually, it's probably mahati yashaha, mahat pratipadika, and then mahadyashaha, like that. Okay.
Mahodaya,
All
this
these are.
Sorry.
Bhagini?
This sampaditam, even here they can put an anuswara, no? Sampaditam.
See, for some upasarga, it is allowed to remain an anuswara. Some upasarga has the right to remain as a anuswara bindu instead of switching to halanta makara in this operation. Okay. So
okay.
sampaditam would have been also correct. This way also is correct.
Okay.
Okay. Seema Kaushik?
Sir, ये यशः, this is a नपुंसकलिंग शब्द. Because it
Yashah,
is followed
Yashasi,
by
Yashamsi.
Sampaditam.
Then
It's
probably it
followed
is
by
not
Sampaditam
Mahati, it
also.
is Mahat only. Mahat Yashaha, Mahat Yashaha. Then I, assuming Strilinga was incorrect on my part.
Sir.
Okay? My mistake. So maybe it is Mahat only in Napumsaka. Pratipadika also looks like Mahat in Napumsaka form also. Right? So Mahat Yashaha. Mahat, Mahati, Mahanti, something like that. I was influenced by that, but anyway. Abjam Sundaram Asti. The Abja is, I think, Upja, that which is born in water. What is born in water? Padma.
Lotus.
Lotus. Very good. So the lotus is beautiful. See how Sanskrit reminds us. If you forgot the word, analyze the word. You get to know who it is immediately. Up is there and ja, up jaha actually. Up jaha is samasta. That means whatever is the saptami of up shabda. I don't know what is the saptami of up shabda, but saptami tasmin jata abja or tasmin jatah abjah, like that. Okay, so the born in that abja. So abjam sundaram asti. So the abjam is, so probably it is napumsaka or pulling, I don't know, abjah or abjam itself in prathama, but here it is prathama vibhakti, right? Abjam asti sundaram asti. Correct. It's prathama vibhakti only. Samyag abhihitam bhavatya. Samyag abhihitam. So samyak kakara changed to gakara. Okay. Samyak is actually a avyaya shabda. So samyak abhihitam bhavatya. By you, it was whatever was properly begotten, properly understood. Like that. That is the abhihita. Okay. Taken, that sense. Aparaha abdihi. Again up and di. So abdihi kasmin ascharyam na janayati. Abdihi is the paryaya for samudra. So huge ocean or body of water you can take, in whom does not generate pleasure or ascharya in the sense of a pleasureful surprise. Pleasureful surprise. Surprise only. Yeah. So aparaha abdihi, pullinga, see abdihi. Aparaha abdihi, kasmin ascharyam na janayati. In whom wonder is not generated by the huge body of water or ocean. Okay. Swarantaha vyakarane ajantaha iti uchyante. So ach antaha. Ach is a Paninian Pratipadika. Okay, it is not something other than from Maheshwara Sutra. Ach antaha ajantaha. Okay, ach means that a, I, un, ruk, ayauch. So those swaras. Okay, excluding the last itaksharas what I read out. Those aksharas. So basically, a, I, u, a represents a, e represents e, etc. Dirgha, Hraswa, they're all represented there. So ach antaha. So swarantaha vyakarane ajantaha iti uchyante. Swara endings are told as, mentioned as ajanta in vyakarana paddhati because they use the Paninian pratyahara called ach. It's called pratyahara. This ach is a pratyahara. Hal is a pratyahara. Hash, khar, etc. We had seen in that picture that day. Agrimam darshinim pashyato. I don't know what is agrima darshini. Balaha shadapi kadali phalani khaditavan. All the 6 bananas the boy ate. Some hungry boy. Shat api shadapi. Again ta to dha. So here pa to ja. Here pa ba bha ma. It would have been ab. It should have gone to. But it has also gone sorry, ach, varpa, there is no up. Ach was there. So cha, ja, again first column to third column. So we got lots of examples. Kakara to gakara, we got chakara to jakara, we got pakara to bakara, quite a few examples we have got. Okay, takara to dakara, ta tha dha, ta tha dha, we got alpa prana dakara. So we got quite a few examples so far. Then Ashokah Samraditi Khyataha Asit, Samrat, takara to dakara. Samrat has become Samrad and then iti. Okay, so it's softened to a dakara. Samratiti, no, Samraditi. Easier pronunciation. So Ashoka was famous as a Chakravarti, Samrat. Samrat. I am case I say Samrat because Kannada na we use Dirgha Sa, but it's in Sanskrit is Samrad only. Samrad iti. The above examples when Sandhi is split is as follows. So that's what they have shown. The previous form of the softened word ka, ta, ta, we have seen it, how it softened. Actually, remember, though they have only shown halanta kakara, it is g plus a. A remains as is. A doesn't go anywhere. So k plus a is g plus a. Like that transformations. So the rule is when a vargiya vyanjanam except nga, nya, na, na, ma. So this is varga panchamaksharani. This is the anunasikan aksharan. So which are at the end of the word padantam. So when the vargiya vyanjana except the fifth column ones are at the end of a word, it is followed either by a vowel or a soft consonant. See, so far eva, a was a swara. So here we will analyze. A was a swara, a was a swara, ga was a mrudu vyanjana, ya was a mrudu vyanjana, ja was a mrudu vyanjana. So all these influencers are either a swara or a mrudu vyanjana. So that's what they are saying, mrudu vyanjana. It is replaced by third column. What is a mrudu vyanjana? Third column, fourth column, ghoshas is a mrudu vyanjana. Okay. And I think the fifth column also, if that were present, okay, it's also a mrudu vyanjana as an influencer. Okay. And then few in the avargiya vyanjanas, if you remember that picture we had, few of the vyanjanas are mrudu vyanjanas, few are not. So we have to carefully look at the table to understand that. Like Shatkona, Shakara, etc. Some of them are not mrudu vyanjanas, but ya, va, ra, la, they are mrudu vyanjanas. Okay. Ushmanas are not mrudu, but before that the ya, va, ra, la, they are mrudu, I think. Okay. So that's what they are teaching us here. So when a vargiya vyanjanam except nyangana manam nama varga panchamaksharani, which is at the end of a word, padantam, is followed by a vowel or a soft consonant, mrudu vyanjanam, it is replaced by the third letter of the same varga. See how they have generalized the rule. Though we have only literally seen first column switching to third column, the rule is any column goes to third column, which is not, fifth column is not involved, but first four columns vargiya vyanjana, any of them switch to third column. So third column remains third column, first column, second column, and fourth column switch to third column. This is very important. Okay. Third letter of the same varga. So very clearly, even Mahaprana Khakara will change to Alpaprana Gakara. This is interesting. That means there is an enforcement of a Alpapranatva at the end, according to how they have stated it. We'll cross-check with the Paninian rule of Jashtva also sometime. The consonants from Ka and Ma are called Vargiya Vyanjanani. Okay. Now, about Jashtva, I want to say one thing. Here they have said there has to be a swara or a mrudu vyanjana afterwards to force a Jashtva. But Panini's train of bogies work differently. Panini says just do the Jashtva first, then go check if instead of mrudu vyanjana, if there was a karkasha vyanjana, what to do. He calls up a different transformation. So usually Jashtva is the mandatory bogie. And then there are optional further, not optional, you have to walk through the remaining bogies. Some bogies may do some transform, some bogies may not touch you. So if you don't, nobody touches you, you remain a Jashtva candidate because only Jashtva bogie changed you. So the Jashtva is what remains at the end of the chain of bogies in Panini's Vyanjana Sandhi train. Okay. So something I want to say. But since Jashtva remains what Samskrita Bharati has done is they have taken out all other possibilities and the only remain possibilities they have listed as the rule. Padantam, Mrudu Vyanjanam, Swaraksharam, all those things are mentioned. Padantam is required even in the Paninian Bogi, but Mrudu Vyanjanam, Swaram, etc. is Swaraha, etc. is not needed in Paninian Bogis. Okay, the consonants from Ka to Ma are called Vargiya Vyanjanani. They are teaching us again in case we forgot. All of us would have studied this, but you know, Ka, Kha, Ga, Gha, Nga, Cha, Cha, Ja, Jha, Nya, Ta, Tha, Da, Da, Na, Ta, Tha, Da, Dha, Na, Pa, Pha, Ba, Bha, Ma. This is not Fa, this is Pa. Okay, remember. Okay, these are difficult to pronounce alone. Like Nga, Nya, Na, Na, Ma. Na, Na, Ma are easy, but these two are a little tough on our mouth alone. But King, Kini, that time it comes out correctly. Okay. Kunchika, Kunchika, then this Nya comes out correctly in the mouth. They come out correctly along with its corresponding compound Vyanjana. Okay, the last three consonants in each varga and the ya, va, ra, la, ha. Okay, so they have listed the Mrudu Vyanjana from Avargiya. Ha is also Mrudu. It doesn't sound that way, but it seems to be Mrudu. So ya, va, ra, la, ha, the last guy. So ya, va, ra, la is the first four. In fact, we study it as Yara Lava in Kannada order. Yara Lava. But
yeah, even in Hindi, it's Yara Lava.
But in Maheshwara Sutra, the order is Yava and Rala. That's why Maheshwara Sutra order has been taken. Hayavarat, Hayavarat, see Yavara. Okay, and Lang. So La comes next. Okay, and then Hal comes next. So that's why Yava, Rala, Ha are in that order in Maheshwara Sutra.
So, but then, sir, Va becomes Karkash Vyanjan and La becomes Mrudu Vyanjan here.
Who said?
Sir, I'm Shweta.
No. What you're reading? You're reading Ya, Va, Ra, La, Ha are known as Mrudu Vyanjanani. You're saying
All
something
of
else.
them are Mrudu Vyanjan. Okay. Yeah.
You don't align it to the Vargiya Vyanjana.
Yeah.
These are Mrudu Vyanjana. That's all. Okay. They remain Avargiya Vyanjana. Okay. So Ga, Gha, Nga, Ja, Ja, Nya, Da, Dha, Na, Da, Dha, Na, Ba, Bha, Ma, Ya, Va, Ra, La, Ha. This is the whole list of Mrudu Vyanjana. So Varga Tritiya, Chaturtha and Panchamas. These are all of them. And then these Yava, Ra, La, Has. Okay. All right. So Jastva Sandhi can be represented in a tabular form. Thus Purvaha Vargiya Vyanjanam Nyagananama Etani Vihaya, excluding fifth column Vargiya Vyanjana as the Purvakshara, with the Parakshara being a Swara or a Mrudu Vyanjana, the Adesha will be Varga Tritiya, corresponding Varga Tritiya. Ka will go to Ga, Cha will go to Ja, Ta will go to Da, Ta will go to Da, Pa will go to Ba. But there are other guys who may come here. That is, we will see other reasons are there. Okay. All right. I guess that is the closure of the. I should have clicked this. Okay. So this is the Paninian Prakriya, guys. Okay. Paninian train I have been talking about. I will spend a little bit more time explaining this before I close out today. So in Paninian thing, for example, the changes to the changes to da changes back to ta. So he shows a kind of a first column to third column to row switch and row switch back to Karkasha column. So this is called Jastva. Okay. Then this is called Shtutva. Then this is called Chartva. So he has got a Jastva Bogi, Shtutva Bogi, Chartva Bogi, like that in certain order. If you see the formulas, this is 2.39, 4.41, 4.55. Okay, by the way, all of you must practice Samskrita numerals, Devanagiri numerals. I should not call it Samskrita numerals. Devanagiri Lipi numerals. You should memorize it just like you know your English or alpha numerals. Okay, so please practice them. Okay. I, for example, made sure in very early childhood that I learned my Kannada numbers. My English numbers are always there anyway, staring at us, and Sanskritam or Hindi numbers. We usually forget to learn them. Please learn them. Only 0 is common everywhere. So 9 to learn. Okay. So this is that Pani. So this, for example, a sandhi like Marut Kate is shown coming from Marut and going to Marud, changing to Marud, changing to Marut, and then joining Tikate to go Marut Tikate. Okay. So Kramena, Jastvam, Shtutvam, Chartvam ta. Cha. But in Samskrita Bharati's Paddhati, only Chartva is recognized. They say, oh, Chartva happened. That's all. Okay. That is because they set up the rules to show only Chartva as the final candidate. Okay. They combine all this into one common table. Like some table like this, they will change. Okay. But that is when we learn Chartvam, you will see that. But it is good to know Panini's Bogi system because I just purely love it. It is very, very logical software way of doing things. Okay. How do you write a picture? You start with a line, then the curves, like that Panini goes. Okay. All right. So with that, Agrimapa, this is what I have been already I have taught you guys a little bit. Not taught you, I have shown you. If I had taught it, it would have taken a whole class to teach Maheshwara Sutras, but more or less we got the clue. Ach is this I, U, R, E, O, I, O. Then Hal is Ha all the way up to this. Ha comes twice. There are reasons why Ha comes twice because it has this dual role. This Hayavara, they have a Hayavara up to this. They have a very close association with Swaras, plus they have association with Vyanjanas. So they kind of sit. This Ha sits in both places, but Hayavarala, Yavarala is sitting close proximity to Swaras also. It doesn't appear again. Okay, but you see the Hash is soft Varanas, they're all grouped in one. Anunasikas. See, in Panini or Maheshwara Sutra order is more columnar. See, Nyamaganana, columnar. So this again you see Jabagada the column. Okay. Kha, pha, cha, tha, tha, cha, tha, thav. So Mahaprana and Alpaprana columns. So Khar Varana. Like Kapa, Shasha. So he has his own. Again, Maheshwara Sutras is according to this organization, what we are seeing on the left. Okay, pronunciation based organization, very, very scientific. Okay, but the row krama is also important. That's why Panini uses this ku, chu, tu to show the row order also. They are not forgotten. They are learned anyway, so he is focusing on the column order in Maheshwara Sutra. I mean, you can't get anything more scientific than what you are looking in this single sheet about bhasha or about sound. I should not say bhasha, about sounds and how sounds work in the mouth of a human. All right. So with that, we will conclude our long morning class. Let's meet afternoon. I'll try to be quicker in the afternoon. Have a nice lunch and gather back in good numbers after lunch. See you guys. Bye.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ.
Bye.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ.